Yeah. So when they ask you to find three or more terms of an arithmetic progression, otherwise, they will give you certain conditions. The sum of the first three terms is so and so, the product of the first three terms is so and so, and they ask you to find what is the arithmetic progression, any type of these questions. Okay, they all come in this category. Okay, they all come in this category. If you notice, they have given you when the sum of three consecutive terms of an AP is given, we take the terms A minus D, A and A plus D. When the sum of four consecutive terms of an AP is given, you take this format. And then, for five terms, this is the format. And for six terms, this is the format. Okay. So this is the textbook explanation, right? Now, let me give you my verdict. How do you recognize the use of this pattern of sums? Okay. Children, it's very easy. Suppose in the question, see, I'll take an example and teach you. That's the best way of learning. Because in school, you have already done this, no? So learning the formula is not a very big job. See this, huh? Imagine you got a question like this. Find three terms. Find three numbers in the arithmetic progression whose sum is 24 and whose product is 440. Did you notice? They never mentioned what is the first term, isn't it? They never mentioned what is the common difference. Both the important data are missing. Children, unless you don't know what is A and what is D, can you find what are the three terms of an arithmetic progression? You cannot find it, isn't it? Unless you don't have the first term and the common difference, you will not be able to find the three terms of an arithmetic progression, right? Now they are talking about find three numbers in arithmetic progression. That means the first three numbers in an arithmetic progression where the sum of those three numbers would be 24. And at the same time, if you take the product of those three numbers, that would be equal to 440. So what did you observe here? You observed that neither the first term nor the common difference is mentioned. So in such circumstances where neither A nor D is mentioned, you will use the general pattern of arithmetic progression. So when they are talking about three terms, when they are talking about three terms of an arithmetic progression, when A and D are missing. Okay, this is much more easier to understand, children. When A and D is missing and they are talking about three terms of an AP, you can use the general pattern given in the textbook. And what is the general pattern? The middle term is what? A. The first term is what? A minus D. And the third term is what? A plus D. Do you remember this general pattern? Yes. So you should first of all understand, realize when do we apply this general pattern? That is only in the situation where both A and D are not given to you. In this case, they hadn't given A as well as D. Instead of that, what they had mentioned, the sum is 24. That means if you take the sum of A minus D, A and A plus D, that would be equal to what? 24. Does that make sense? Huh? They haven't given you the values of A and D, but they have given you the relation between the three terms. And what is the relation? The sum of the three terms is equal to 24. Right? So I can write A minus D plus A plus D is equal to 24. Right? Now minus D and plus D will get eliminated. What is A plus A plus A? It is 3A, which is equal to 24. So A would be equal to what? 24 divided by 3, which is equal to A. Out of curiosity, I'm asking you this. Huh? I found A. Is this the first term? Which term I found? I found the middle term, isn't it? Because according to the general pattern, A minus D is the first term. Exactly, Maria. A is the second term or the middle term, and A plus D is the third term. All right. So please don't be under the impression that you found the first term just because I found the value of A. Okay, Milan, did you follow? Afnan, Albina, huh? I didn't find the first term. I found the second term, which is A. Now, what is my responsibility? The second responsibility to find the value of D, common difference, right? How will I get the common difference? Very simple, children. For that, they have given you the second condition. What is it? The product of these three numbers is equal to 440. The product means what? A minus B into A into A plus D, which is equal to 440. All right. The product of these three numbers is equal to 440. Now, let me ask you something. Shall I write this as A into A minus B into A plus D, which is equal to 440? I can write this. Huh? Because A into B into C or B into A into C into A into B, all are same, isn't it? No matter how much ever rearrangements you make in the order, the product of three numbers will always be the same, isn't it? So A into A minus D into A plus D is equal to 440. Again, A into, what is A minus D into A plus D? A square minus D square. Very good. It's A square minus D square. And that is equal to 440. I was just waiting for this equation to get simplified. Okay. You must be thinking, why didn't I substitute the value of A as 8 so far? Isn't it? You must have thought. So this is the reason, children. I was just waiting for the equation to get simplified. Now, once it is simplified, I can start substituting the values of A. What is the value of A here? It is 8. So 8 into 8 square. What is 8 square? 64. Minus D square, which is equal to 440. Right? So 64 minus D square is equal to 440 divided by 8. So 64 minus D square is equal to, what is 440 divided by 8? 50? Very good, 55. So in that case, I'll bring 55 to the left hand side and minus D square to the right hand side. Sachin, did you follow it? Calculation part is clear. Now what is 64 minus 55? It is 9, which is equal to D square. Okay. So let me go to the next slide. D square is equal to 9. So in that case, D will be what? Plus or minus 3. Square root of 9 is plus or minus 3. You got the values of A as well as D. Now we can easily find the three terms of the arithmetic progression. But children, remember, since you are getting D is equal to plus or minus 3, two different cases you will have to write. One is case number 1, where the value of A would be 8 and the common difference would be positive 3, right? A would be 8 and D is equal to 3. So in that case, you know how to arrange the three terms. It is A minus D, A and A plus D, right? So it would be 8 minus 3, comma, 8, comma, 8 plus 3. That would be 5, 8, 11. These are the three terms of the arithmetic progression. Now, let us do case number 2 also. When A is equal to 8, but common difference is equal to minus 3. Very good. Again, A minus D, A plus D. It would be 8 minus minus 3, comma, 8, comma, 8 plus minus 3. 8 minus minus 3 is 11. Then 8 and then 5. Just that the first answer which you have written is going in the ascending order and the second answer which you have written is going in the descending order. Make sense? But you have to write both the cases in the exam. Okay, I know it is very illogical. You call it as 5, 8, 11 or 11, 8, 5. It's the same thing, isn't it? They are just asking you what are the three numbers of this arithmetic progression. You write it in whichever order, it does not make any sense. But still, don't take any risk. Plus or minus 14.
4b by d.
Wait, I didn't get your question. What is it?
Sir, 3 plus or minus.
3 plus or minus of
Sir,
euro.
plus or minus 3.
For only when d square is equal to 9, what would be d such a square root of 9? No, what is square root of 9? Plus or minus, isn't it? Understood? Okay, clear with this? So you please understand, children, what is the circumstance in which you apply the general pattern. Okay, if now you may be thinking, this guy is telling me only when A and D is not given to us, you should be using this pattern. Then what if either A or D is given to you? Children, if either A or D is directly given to you, that means either the first term of the sequence, otherwise the common difference is given to you directly. Then you know which pattern you will follow. For the three terms, it would be A plus D, A plus 2D. Something which we learned right in the beginning, isn't it? Suppose it is 4 terms, then it would be A plus D, A plus 2D, and A plus 3D. Understood? This is how it goes. When either A or D is given to you in the question, but when both A and D is not given to you in the question, this will be the general pattern for 3 terms in the arithmetic progression. All right, easy to understand. So we'll do one more. What, Anika? This is what we have been following, no, Anika? First term is A, second term is A plus D, third term is A plus 2D, and so on. Okay, let's do this sum. And you only tell me, children, can we apply the formula A plus D, A plus 2D, and so on? No. Isn't it? In this question also, you cannot apply the usual pattern, because they have told you the sum of 3 consecutive terms of an AP is 21. The sum of 3 consecutive terms of an AP is 21, and the sum of the squares is 165. So nowhere in the question they have mentioned about A as well as D. Both are missing. So when both are missing, the pattern which you have to follow is the one which we learned today. A minus D, A plus D. All right, let's start solving it. The sum of 3 consecutive terms. First of all, let us write the 3 terms of this AP. A minus D, A and A plus D. Now, they are telling you the sum of these 3 terms. That means A minus D plus A plus D would be equal to 21. Once you write this, you will get a scope of simplification. Minus D and plus D will get eliminated. What is A plus A plus A? It is 3A, which is equal to 21. So what would be A? A would be 21 divided by 3, and that is equal to 7. Shazia, now is it clear? A is equal to 7. Now, what is the second condition given to us? The sum of their squares is 165. Sum of their squares. That means you have to take A minus D the whole square plus A square plus A plus D the whole square is equal to what? 165. I'm just following the question, children. They are asking us to write the sum of their squares. Their squares means the squares of these 3 numbers. Which 3 numbers? A minus D, A and A plus D. So when you take the sum of their squares, how will you write the equation? A minus D the whole square plus A square plus A plus D the whole square. Isn't it? Because the 3 numbers which we have taken is A minus D, A and A plus D. What will be the square of these 3 numbers? The square of the first number would be A minus D the whole square. Square of the second number would be A square. And the square of the third number would be A plus D the whole square. Now when you take the sum of the squares, it would be A minus D the whole square plus a square plus a plus b the whole square. And that is equal to 165. Now, how to simplify this equation? Please look at the board, everyone. Online students, are you all listening to me? Alvin, Amal,
Yes, sir.
Gautam, Nabil, all are there? Ron?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, if I ask you, what is a minus d the whole square plus a plus d the whole square? You remember class 9 expansion? I have taught you this. If you forgot, I will make you write it again. A minus d the whole square plus a plus d the whole square is equal to 2 times a square plus b square. This we have learned in a chapter called expansions in class 9. Okay, this we have learned in class 9 chapter expansions. Hope you all remember this. Very good. At least now you can note it down. A minus d the whole square plus a plus d the whole square is equal to 2 times a square plus b square. Do you remember? Just note it down. Huh. Huh. Okay. Now a minus d the whole square plus a plus d the whole square. What I'll do is, for your convenience, I will bring them together. A minus d the whole square plus a plus d the whole square plus a square is equal to 165. Now what is a minus d the whole square plus a plus d the whole square? According to that expansion, it is 2 times a square plus b square plus a square is equal to 165. All right. Any doubt, Afnan? Afnan, this expansion which I have done, this is class 9 syllabus. You may not be able to recollect it. At least now you recollect it. Okay. And just keep in mind, because if you don't remember this, if you don't remember this formula, what's going to happen? In the exam, this kind of question will come. And at that point of time, you have to learn how to expand it, which will be very time consuming. Okay, highly time consuming. So I don't want you to waste time. All right. Fine, children. So now let's start substituting the values of A. A is equal to how much? 7. So it becomes 7 square plus B square plus again 7 square is equal to 165. Purva, any doubt, Purva? No doubt, right? Okay. So 2 into 7 square is 49 plus B square plus 49 is equal to 165. Now 2 into 49 plus d square is equal to, let's bring this 49 from the left to the right hand side. It becomes 165 minus 49. So 2 into 49 plus d square is equal to, what is 165 minus 49? 116. Okay, 116. So shall I bring this 2 to the right hand side and divide it? I'll erase this part. Please remember that A is equal to 7. Okay. So 2 into 49 plus B square is equal to 160. So let me bring this 2 to the right hand side, but it goes to the denominator, right? So you will be getting 49 plus B square is equal to 116 divided by 2. Ready? You followed? Solved it? 49 plus d square is equal to 116 by 2 is how much? 58. So d square is equal to 58 minus 49. D square is equal to how much? 9. Again, you are getting the same answer. D is equal to plus or minus 3. Easy. D is equal to plus or minus 3. Okay, so A is equal to 7 and D is equal to plus or minus 3. Can you find the three terms of this AP? Very good. Harni, Caitlin. Caitlin, D is equal to plus or minus 3. Okay. Sean, got it? Jeevan, Afnan, understood, Pavesh? Joanne, Sia, Anuki? Children, if you have done this, let me answer Shazia's question. Shazia was asking me, sir, in this type of question, why can't we apply the usual pattern? That is, first term as A, second term as A plus D, third term as A plus 2D, and so on. Okay, this is the reason. They have given you the sum of three consecutive terms as 21, isn't it? The sum of three consecutive terms as 21. So if I write it as A plus B plus A plus 2D, it will be equal to how much? It will be equal to 21. A plus A will be what? 3A plus D plus 2D will be what? 3D, which is equal to 21. Now, from both these terms, 3 can be taken out as common factor. So if I do that, I'll be getting 3 into A plus D is equal to 21. So A plus D is equal to 21 by 3, which means A plus D is equal to 7. You get the first equation in terms of A as well as D, isn't it? You get a linear equation in A and D. If we are using the usual pattern of A comma A plus D comma A plus 2D, right? Now, what was the second condition given to us? The sum of their squares. The sum of their squares means A square plus A plus B the whole square plus A plus 2D the whole square would be equal to how much? 165. Okay. Now, when you go ahead and expand this, it becomes A square plus A plus D the whole square would be A square plus 2AD plus D square plus A plus 2D the whole square would be what? A square plus 2 into A into 2D, that is 4AD plus 2D the whole square would be what? 4D square, which is equal to 165. If you further simplify, A square plus A square plus A square would give you 3 times A square. 2AD plus 4AD would give me how much? 6AD. And D square plus 4D square will give me how much? 5D square, which is equal to 165. By this time, you must be totally tired, isn't it? Right. After this, what you will do? After, how to simplify? Nothing. Isn't it, children? Is there a way that you can go ahead? No way. That is why, children, we don't apply the usual pattern, which is A plus D, A plus 2D. I hope you all understood. This is the reason you cannot go further. Even though you created first and the second equation, you are not able to go further and solve it. Now, children, I'm not completely denying it that you cannot solve it. See, you can always rely on substitution method, isn't it? Children, when I say that you are not able to solve it, I said in terms of toughness of the solution, isn't it? The equations look to be so big that you will not have a a tendency to solve. But there are some children who always go a step ahead and try to solve it. Now let's see if those students are on the right track or not. If they go further, they take a extra effort, and whether they will be able to solve it or not. Some students, what they do, if A plus D is equal to 7, they will consider A is equal to 7 minus D. And whatever value they got for A, they will substitute it here. So it becomes 3 into 7 minus D the whole square plus 6 into 7 minus D into D plus 5D square is equal to 165. So what will happen, you will get a quadratic equation in terms of D. And once you solve that quadratic equation in terms of D, you may end up getting the answer. You all want me to try? Let's give it a try, children. Then we will decide which pattern was convenient for you all. Okay. See, when you learn a new pattern, it's like, my goodness, why am I learning such a new pattern when already there is an existing pattern, isn't it? So if you understand what are the loopholes or the shortcomings of a particular method, you will never ever look into that side again. And you will always take an effort to learn the new pattern, right? That's how you make the subject interesting. Certain things are backdated or outdated, and you have to throw it away. Okay, let's see. So if you go ahead and solve this, you may get 3 into 7 minus d the whole square is what? 49 minus 14d plus d square plus 6 into d into 7, that is 42d. 6 into d into minus d, that is minus 6d square, plus 5d square is equal to 165. Okay, I'll erase this part. Shazi, you're listening to me? Your one question made me
Yes, sir.
do so much. Let's see what we will get after this. We will open the bracket. Okay. 3 into 49 is how much? 147. Then 3 into minus 14d is what? Minus 42d. 3 into d square is what? 3d square. Okay. Plus 42d. Will you please increase the speed of the fan? Minus 6d square plus 5d square is equal to how much? 165. Okay. Now what we get? 3d square minus 6d square is minus 3d square, and minus 3d square plus 5d square is what? 2d square. Okay. Then what we get? Minus 42d plus 42d will get cancelled. Then 147. Here only 147 is there, no? So I'll bring that 147 to the right hand side. Okay. So it becomes 165 minus 147. Therefore, 2d square is equal to 165 minus 147 is d square is equal to 9. So d is equal to plus or minus 3. Did we get the same answer? We got the same answer. But nobody in this world will rely on this method. Why? Because it was very lengthy, isn't it? So rather than taking so many steps to solve a sum, what you will prefer? Remembering another pattern. Okay, you got the loophole of this method. I never said that you will never get the answer, but it will be very lengthy. So don't rely on this. Okay, and no need to write also. Shazi, is your doubt clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh, Alvin. Fine. Shall we move on to the third? Did you get bored or what? No, right? You got to learn something new. Huh? Yeah. Where are the rest of the children? I can see only Maria here. Then Caitlin, Purva, Andrea, and Janice. Purva, Caitlin, did you all understand this? Janice, Andrea. But please don't dare to copy this because you will never ever use it. Okay. Not Andrea, it's Angelica. Okay, let's solve the next sum.
So I did the sum and like I got the value of A first, and then I for the D part it was like the sum of the squares. So there I substitute the value of A and then I found it.
And that is how you have to do it. Janice, this method, no?
I didn't use the formula.
Formula means which formula? Oh, you are talking about this part. This part?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no problem, Janice. I just did it with the short form. I just did it with the shortcut method. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Next sum. The angles of a quadrilateral. The angles of a quadrilateral are in AP with common difference 20 degree. Find its angles. Okay. I have a question for you. Let me see. And you all can text me in the chat box. Okay. Don't unmute. My question is, hope you all have read this. Are you going to use the new pattern or the old pattern? Think an answer. I asked you which pattern you're going to use. Old pattern or new pattern. How many will say old? Only a few are there. Sia. Huh? എടോ ഇപ്പം പഠിപ്പിച്ചാൽ തോടാ പിന്നെ എനിക്കറിയത്തില്ല ഞാൻ ഓടുന്നു. From when I'm shouting away old pattern, new pattern. Sachin, what about you? Old or new pattern? Old pattern, okay. And very good, Janice. Aditya, very good. Found the answer directly. Purva is saying old. Ron, Shazia, Maria, Caitlin, Alvin. Oh, maybe. That or maybe. Then the confidence is there. Amal, Rian, Gautam, everyone is saying old pattern. Okay. You all say old pattern? Yes, children, this is the old pattern. You know why? Because they have mentioned the common difference here. Right. And from the beginning, I'm telling you, you will use the new pattern, which is A minus D, A plus D, only when both A as well as D are not given to you. Isn't it? Even if one of the values are given to you, then you can use the old pattern itself. And luckily, here the common difference is given to you. Okay. So if the common difference is given to you and they are talking about the angles of a quadrilateral, you only tell me, children, in a quadrilateral, how many angles are there? 4 angles are there. So when they are talking about the angles of a quadrilateral in terms of arithmetic progression, they are indirectly pointing towards the 4 values, isn't it? 4 angles of a quadrilateral. So imagine this is the quadrilateral that they are talking about. A, B, C, and D. This is the quadrilateral they are talking about. So obviously you are having 4 different angles, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4. They are telling you that the common difference between all the 4 angles is equal to 20 degree. So can't I say if angle A is equal to X, angle B will be X plus 20, isn't it? Can't I say angle C is equal to X plus 40? And can't I say angle D is equal to X plus 60? I can't say this because the difference between each angle is what? Only 20 degree. So if you write down the arithmetic progression, it will look like this: X, comma, X plus 20, comma, X plus 40, comma, X plus 60. These are the 4 angles of a quadrilateral. Three plus 1 angles. Wow. Nabil, Rian, did you follow it? Shazia, Sandra, Ron, Aditya, just let me know. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So now, I hope this part is clear. If you notice, what is the difference of the second and the first angle? 20 degree. Third and the second angle, 20 degree. Fourth and the third angle, it is 20 degree. Now, how to further solve the sum? They are asking you to find its angles. That means angle A, angle B, angle C, and angle D has to be found. How to find it? Children, for that, you just need to go through the basic concept of a quadrilateral. That is the angle sum property of a quadrilateral. What does the angle sum property of a quadrilateral say? The sum of all the four angles is equal to 360 degree. Very good. So if I take the sum of all the four angles here, that would be equal to 360 degree. You framed a linear equation in variable x, isn't it? You framed a linear equation in variable x. So what is the sum of these four x's? It's 4x, right? Plus 20 plus 40 is 60. 60 plus 60 is 120. And that is equal to 360 degree. Now 4x is equal to 360 minus 120. Therefore, 4x is equal to 240 degree, right? Now, x is equal to 240 divided by 4, and that is equal to 60 degree. Now, this makes sense. You got the value of x, isn't it? But they have asked you to find all the four angles, children. They have asked you to find all the four angles of this quadrilateral. So what would be the four angles of this quadrilateral? Let's find it. The first angle A would be equal to x, that is equal to 60. The second angle B would be equal to x plus 20, that is equal to 80 degree. Angle C would be x plus 40, that is equal to 100 degree. Angelina, any doubt, Angelina?
No, sir.
No doubt. So 60 plus 60, which is equal to 120 degree. Understood, Milan? Children, please do cross check whether the answer is correct. 60 plus 80 is 140. 140 plus 100 is 240. And 240 plus 120 is 360 degrees. Your answer is correct. And the difference between each and every angle is also equal to what? 20 degrees. Isn't it? 60, 80, 100, 120. Yeah, the difference between each angles is 20 degrees. Okay, so done with the sum. I think almost everyone got it. Caitlin, Rian, Ron, Amal, Purva. Very good, children. Maria. Alvin, question number 4. Now you have to tell me which pattern we are going to follow. Divide a 96 into 4 parts, which are in arithmetic progression. The ratio between product of their means to product of their extremes is 15:7. What? Which pattern? That is my question. Old or new? New? Okay. Why, Milan? Neither A nor D is given to you, isn't it? So obviously you have to use the new pattern. Very simple, children. You understood the question. Even though you haven't realized what exactly they have given, one thing you must have easily figured out. That is, neither A nor D is mentioned in the entire question. So obviously it is going to be the new pattern. Okay. So let me introduce you all the new pattern. Okay. What is the new pattern when 4 terms are given? What is the new pattern when 4 terms are given? We are thorough with the 3 terms, isn't it? A minus D, A and A plus D. But when it is 4 terms, this is how we write it. A minus D, A minus 3D, comma, A plus D, A plus 3D. That's it. Okay. This is the new pattern. Very simple, children. When there are 4 terms, A minus D, A minus 3D, A minus 3D, comma, A plus D and A plus 3D. If you notice, they both have a pattern and they both have also a pattern, isn't it? It's A minus D, A minus 3D. Then you write A plus D and A plus 3D. Okay. You start writing A minus D first. Go towards the left, write a minus 3d. Then towards the right hand side, you write a plus d, and then again towards the right hand side, write a plus 3d. That's it. Okay, very good, children. So if you are ready with the pattern, let's try to solve this. They are talking about a number 96. Children, please listen to this. Now, don't be in a hurry to solve it, okay? Let me explain it in my own way. They are talking about a number. So which number they are talking about? The number 96. They are dividing this number 96 into 4 parts, and that is clearly given to you. The number 96 is getting divided into 4 parts. Now, in the entire question, you are trying to search for A as well as D, but you failed. You are not able to get the value of A or D. So one thing is for sure, you're going to use a new pattern. So blindly, below 96, you know that 96 is getting divided into 4 parts. Just write down the pattern of the 4 parts. So here you will get A minus D. Here you will get A minus 3D. Here you will get A plus D. And here you will get A plus 3D. Makes sense? Because you know that the 4 parts into which this number 96 has been divided, they are in arithmetic progression. That is very clearly given to you, right? Which are in arithmetic progression. That is why I am dividing 96 into these 4 parts. Now, what is the first condition to be followed? The ratio between the product of their means to product of their extremes is 15:7. Only one condition given to you, and you have to figure it out. Right? Was I right in my statement? I said only one condition is given to you, and you have to find the value of A and B. Which is the second condition? Online students, you can just text me in WhatsApp. I framed a sentence here. I said only one condition is given to you, and you have to find the value of A and B. Am I right or wrong? Huh? Sean, what did I ask? Exactly, Caitlin has come up with the answer. I'm telling you, Sean, when I teach, don't do anything. Maria has come up with the right answer. Jeevan, was I right or wrong? What statement did I make? No, that wasn't the statement which I made. What did I say now? Pay attention. Don't write. Sean, I leave the I said there is only one condition given to you in the question. Children, I was wrong when I said that. They have given you one more condition which is invisible to you. Okay, they have given you one condition which is invisible to you. You know what is that condition? That is the first statement given to you. Read it again. Divide 96 into 4 parts which are in arithmetic progression. Isn't it? Divide 96 into 4 parts which are in arithmetic progression. Imagine, children, I am having 100 rupees with me. Okay? Just imagine I'm having 100 rupees with me. And I am asking you to divide 100 rupees into these 4 parts. Okay. I'm asking you to divide 100 rupees into these 4 parts. One is 20 rupees. The other one is 25 rupees. The other one is 15 rupees. And the last one is 40 rupees. Isn't it? Huh? I'm dividing 100 rupees into these 4 parts. Children, doesn't it tell you that the sum of 20, 25, 15 and 40 is giving you back 100 rupees? Yeah. So this is the invisible condition given to you, which you have to dig out. Okay. Understood? So now is it clear? They didn't tell you that the sum of the 4 parts of the arithmetic progression is equal to 96. If that was a condition mentioned, you could have easily written the first equation, isn't it? But they never mentioned that condition in a proper sentence, isn't it? That proper sentence wasn't used. They just said divide 96 into 4 parts so that they are in arithmetic progression. So you should understand from that part of the question, even if you take the sum of those 4 parts, that would be equal to how much? 96. That's the logic here. Okay. So let me erase this part. Hope you all have understood. So let me write the first equation, which is a minus 3d plus a minus b plus a plus b plus a plus 3d. That is equal to how much? That is equal to 96. Okay. At times they will not directly mention. You have to figure out. Understood? This side, everyone clear? Urva, Janice, Nabil, Rian, Alvin, Shazia, Sandra. Just let me know. Aditya. So when I cancel it, minus 3d minus d is what? Minus 4d. D plus 3d is what? Plus 4d. So obviously minus 4d and plus 4d will get cancelled. And what is left here? A plus A plus A plus A, which is equal to 4a. And that is equal to 96. So A will be equal to how much? 96 by 4. And that is equal to 24. So easily you got the value of A. But at the same time, if you hadn't focused on the first part of the sentence, gone. You will be just focusing on the remaining part, the ratio part. Okay, copied it. Now, what is the second part of the question? What is the second part of the question? The ratio between product of their means to product of their extremes is 15:7. Now, what does that mean? Children, while learning the chapter proportions, you remember A, B, C, D. Have you done proportions here? Yes. So A, B, C, D are in proportion. The first and the last term, they are known as what? Extremes. The second and the third term, that is the terms in the middle, they are known as what? Mean terms, isn't it? So they are talking about the extreme terms and the mean terms. And how they are defining the condition here? The ratio between product of their means. So in this case, which are the two terms coming in the middle? A minus D and A plus D. So A minus D into A plus D divided by. Why divided by? Because the word ratio is used, isn't it? The word ratio is used. So when you take the product of their means, you get A minus D to A plus D. When you take the product of their extremes, which are the two extremes here? A minus D and A plus 3D, right? So the product of their extremes, A minus 3D into A plus 3D. Now read the question once again, children. They have mentioned the ratio between product of their means to product of their extremes. First, you found the product of their means. Then you found the product of their extremes. And then you take the ratio of both of them. Understood? Then you take the ratio of both of them. Imagine, children, I'll give you a very simple example. The first number is 4. Okay. The second number is 9. So when I say the ratio of 4 and 9, how will you write it? 4 upon 9. Otherwise, you will write it as 4:9. Isn't it? Here, just that the condition is a bit lengthy, it's becoming so huge. Isn't it? First, you found the numerator part. That is the product of their means. Then you found the denominator part. That is product of their extremes. And then you take the ratio of these two. It would be equal to how much? 15/7. Okay. 15/7. Shall we do it further? What is A minus D into A plus D? It is A square minus D square. Yeah, below also. Yeah. A minus 3D into A plus 3D will be what? A square minus 3D the whole square. That would be A square minus 9D square. which is equal to 15 upon 7. Okay. Now I think we can substitute the value of A, or you want to cross multiply, children. I will recommend you to cross multiply it. This one. Because there is a scope of further simplification. I don't want you to lose a chance out there. So 7 into A square minus B square is equal to 15 into A square minus 9B square. Let's open the bracket. 7 into A square will give you 7A square minus 7 into D square will give you 7D square. This is equal to 15 into A square will give me 15A square, and 15 into minus B square will give me minus 135 D square. Okay. Now let's bring both the variables on either side of the equation. What I'll do is I'll bring 15A square, sorry, 7A square to the right hand side, and I'll bring minus 135 D square to the left hand side. Okay. You all know how to do it, so you can just solve it. So it becomes 135 D square minus 7D square is equal to 15A square. When 7A square goes to the right hand side, it becomes minus 7A square. Okay. Now, what is 135 D square minus 7D square? 128 D square, which is equal to 15A square minus 7A square is what? 8A square. Okay. Yeah. See, D square will be what? 8A square divided by 128, which is equal to 8 into A is 24. So A square is 24 square. You can write it as 24 into 24. Children, I have a habit of simplification first and then substituting the values. Okay, somewhere in the middle, I don't like substituting values because again, it becomes too lengthy. So better you simplify everything as much as possible to your satisfaction, simplify. And then only towards the end, maybe the second last step, you can substitute the value. Okay, so divided by 128. I think 8 and 128 will get divided. 8 ones are and 8 into 6 are. Again, 8 into 3 are 8 into 2 are. 2 ones are and 2 into 12 are. Okay, I'm getting 36 children. 1 into 3 into 12. How many have we got? 1 into 3 into 12. Got it? D square is equal to 36. So if D square is equal to 36, you can say D is equal to plus minus 6. That's it. You got both A as well as B. Children, for this sum, there is no shortcut, okay? There is no shortcut method. You have to follow this. Okay. Easy. Because the other method, if you follow using the usual pattern, the old pattern, that is A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, you will definitely get the answer, but it will take a lot of time. This shortcut method itself took a lot of time. So think of the other one.
So,
Okay.
A minus B, why did we take A minus 3D? Why didn't we take A minus 2D?
Why did we take A minus 2D? Because, that is a very long derivation. If I start teaching you that, it becomes too theoretical. It's very boring also. That's why I didn't teach that. I just thought of, telling you this is the general pattern. Just follow it. Okay. If I get some time, free time, then I can teach. Are we done? Purva, clear? Caitlin? Okay. Angelina, Janice. What about the boys? Rian, Nabil, Alvin,
Yes, sir.
Amal, Aditya. Now you substitute the values and get the arithmetic progression. Make it fast. Should I do it for you? No, right? You all can do. Ron, Sandra, Shazia, Aditya. Aditya, where are you, man? It's not audible to me. Aditya. Meanwhile, I'll take the new sum. Yes, Apna. Case 1 and case 2. Yeah. You have to. Because you are getting two values for D, right? Yeah, you have to do it. Okay, Aditya, no issues. What is the answer? Please text me in the chat box. We will do one more sum and then wind up. And tomorrow we are going to complete this chapter. Okay, this exercise plus a few more miscellaneous sums. Fine. Correct. Then we can start similarity next Monday onwards. All right.
6, 18, 30.
6, 18.
30.
Solid. Rian, Alvin, perfect. Good job. One last sum. Purva, solid.
Sir, I've sent the answer.
Sit. Rian, Alvin. Okay, Purva. Janice, Sandra, good job, children. Perfect answer. We'll do question number 5, which is based on 5 numbers. Last sum of the day. Find 5 numbers in arithmetic progression, okay, whose sum is 12, 1 by 2, 12 and a half. And the ratio of the first to the last term is 2:3. Which pattern, children, you are preferring? New pattern, isn't it? Because neither A nor D is given to you. Isn't it? Neither A nor D is given to you. Some vague data are given to you. The sum of the first 5 numbers is 12, 1 by 2. Then the ratio of the first to the last term is 2:3. Nowhere you can find the first or the last term. So just rely on the new pattern. Now, what is the new pattern, children? For 5 terms. What is the new pattern for the 5 terms of an AP? Listen to this, huh? You are very familiar with this. A minus D, A plus D. A very familiar pattern for 3 consecutive terms of an AP when A and D is not given to you. This was the pattern. So when the number of terms is 5, start with the same pattern for 3 terms. And towards the left hand side, add A minus 2D. And to the right hand side, add A plus 2D. That's it. Now you see the sequence in which I have written this. See the sequence, children. A minus D, A minus 2D. It goes in a sequence. Then A plus D, A plus 2D. That also goes in a sequence. So remember, 3 terms and 5 terms in an EP, they hold almost similar patterns. In fact, I can say the pattern for 5 terms is a continuation of the pattern of 3 terms. As simple as that. And the same is applicable for the pattern of 4 terms and the pattern of 6 terms. That I'll let you know while solving a sum of that type. All right. So 4 terms and 6 terms are connected to each other. How it is connected? 6 terms pattern is a continuation of 4 terms pattern. Okay, just note it down in your book. Sean, what did I teach you right now? What I was teaching? What I was teaching? What is the formula? Endu?
A minus B.
Huh.
A plus B.
നീ ഇവിടെ വരുന്നത് പഠിക്കാനല്ലേ? നീ ഇത് കേട്ടോണ്ടിരിക്കും. നിനക്ക് ഇത് ചെയ്തോണ്ടിരിക്കാനാണ് പിന്നെ വീട്ടിൽ ചെയ്തോണ്ടിരുന്നാ പോലെ. നീ ഇവിടെ പഠിക്കാനല്ലേ വരുന്നത്? Very good, Shazia. Yeah, let's start. The sum of these 5 numbers is what? 12, 1 by 2. Which means if you add a minus 2d, a minus d plus a plus a plus d plus a plus 2d, the sum would be equal to 12, 1 by 2. Shall I write it as 25 by 2? It's very annoying, dealing with mixed fractions. Let's write it in improper fractions. Now, let's simplify this. See, children, minus 2d plus 2d will get cancelled. Minus d plus d will get cancelled. So what is left over? A. How much it is? One more a will be there, no? 5a. So total 5 a's are there, which is equal to 25 by 2. So a will be 25 by 2 into 1 by 5. 5 ones are and 5 fives are. So what is the first term? Sorry, the middle term. It is 5 by 2. Right? I found the value of a, but a is not the first term. See the general pattern, children. Where is a lying? It is lying in the middle, isn't it? So it is a third term or the middle term. Now we have to find the difference. How will we find the difference? By following the second condition. And what is the second condition? The ratio. Okay. The moment you see the word ratio, put a division sign. The ratio of what, children? The first to the last term. First term is what? A minus 2d. Last term is what? A plus 2d. And the ratio of the first to the last term would be equal to 2:3. That's all. Understood? Now let's cross multiply both the sides. So 3 into a minus 2d is equal to 2 into a plus 2d. Okay. Let's open the brackets. As I told you, it's very comfortable when you simplify the equation to the maximum level possible. Sean, you can start writing. Understood whatever I taught to the maximum level possible. And then only you will substitute the values into it. 3a plus into minus is minus. 3 into 2d is 60, which is equal to 2 into a gives you 2a. Then 2 into 2d gives you 4d. Now, 3a minus 2a is equal to 4d plus 60. Okay. 3a minus 2a is what? A. 4d plus 6d is what? 10d. Isn't it? What is the value of a? It is 5 by 2 is equal to 10d. Now, d will be what? 5 by 2 into. When you bring that 10 to the left hand side, it goes to the denominator. So it becomes 1 by 10. So 5 ones are 5 twos are. D is equal to what? 1 by 4. Once you get a and d, you can easily substitute that into the general pattern and get all the 5 terms. Please do it and then we can wind up. Make it faster. Should we simplify the fraction? Yes, Kate, we should simplify the fraction. How much you got, Sachin? Huh? No, what are the 5 terms of the sequence? You got a is equal to 5 by 2, D is equal to 1 by 4. Now you have to substitute into the general pattern. That is A minus 2D, A minus D, A. Sean, you solved it? A plus D and A plus 2D. First one, A minus 2D would be what? A is equal to 5 by 2, D is equal to 1 by 4. So 5 by 2 minus 2 into 1 by 4. Afnan, did you follow everything? So what should be the answer, Afnan? 2 into 1 by 4 is what, Afnan? 2 by 4. 2 by 4 is what, Afnan? 2 by 4 is what? 2 by 4 is what? 1 by 2, isn't it? Now, 5 by 2 minus 1 by 2. How will you solve this? 2 will be the LCM. Numerator will be 5 minus 1, which is 4. So 4 by 2, which is equal to 2. Right? Then, second term will be A minus D, which is 5 by 2 minus 1 by 4. Take the LCM. 4 is the LCM. 4 by 2 is 2. 2 into 5 is 10. Minus 4 by 4 is 1. 1 into 1 is 1 itself. 10 minus 1 is 9 divided by 4. This is the second term. Sachin, are you able to solve? Yeah. Ready? Done. Jeevan, get me all the remaining 3 terms. I think all the online students have done. Maria, Purva, Caitlin, Angelina.
Yes, sir.
Done? Very good. Joanne? Done. Pavish? Okay. Amal, very good. Caitlin? Alvin?
Sir, Amal 30.
Amal, ever did
Last year.
6 by 2. 6 by 2 is 3. Okay. Janice? Nabil, Rian, Shazia, Sandra, Ron, Aditya. Did you solve it? Did you get all the 5 terms? Gautam?
Yes, sir, I've sent the answer.
Okay. Then Gautam, Caitlin. Angelina, did you find all the 5 terms?
Yes, sir.
So is that enough for the day? We are done with all the first 3 patterns. Now only one pattern is left, which is just the continuation of 4 terms in an AP. Okay. That is 6 numbers in an AP. So once that is done, we can concentrate on the miscellaneous sums. That will be a very good revision for you all. Okay. So tomorrow we are going to do that. Saturday. And then Monday onwards, we are going to start with the new chapter, similarity. The most interesting of all. Okay. Fine, children. So see you all tomorrow. Good night, children. Take care.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye, children. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, dear. Bye. Nabil, Andrea, Gautam, Aditya, Shazia, Alvin.
Thank
Good
you,
night.
sir.
Bye, dear. Okay, Gautam.
So,